Yeah, I know. Been a while, but we finally have a new movie to talk about because I got to see two new movies today. So why not go ahead and bring back my movie reviews because it's taking a little longer than expected to get the Aquatic Neptune reaction done. So expect that one either Monday or Tuesday, somewhere around there. But anyway, what's up? What's happening? What's going on? Welcome back to Anime Station. I'm Jim for anything animation, including TVs and movies. I'm your host, Jackson Small. Today we're talking about a new movie called The Bikeriders. This was one of my most anticipated films of the second half of the year. It paid off pretty well. I have a very lengthy, well-detailed review for you guys today. So I'm just going to let it do all the talking rather than me exasperating. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. It's been a while since I've reviewed a new movie, and this is one I've personally been really excited for, as a guy who's endlessly fascinated by the history of biker culture. So I thought this would be the perfect film to begin my up-to-date reviews with again. After a chance encounter at a local bar, a strong-willed woman named Kathy, played by Judy Comer, is inextricably drawn to Benny, played by Oscar winner Austin Butler, who many of you may remember as Elvis from Elvis. The newest member of a Midwest motorcycle motorcycle club called the Vandals, led by the enigmatic Johnny, played by Tom Hardy. A lot like the country around it, the club slowly begins to evolve as it transforms from a gathering of outsiders into a dangerous underworld of drugs and violence, forcing Benny to choose between Kathy and his loyalty to this club. Based on the book by Danny Leon. That's pretty much the basic synopsis. Now for the actual review. Having not read the book, I was more initially drawn in by its story and especially its very stacked cast of all-stars, both new and old. And after watching it, I'm thrilled to say that this was truly a fantastic watch and one hell of a wild ride. The performances were excellent from all three of its main actors, especially both Hardy and Comer, who are absolutely phenomenal and deserve to be nominated for Oscars. If these two don't get Oscar nominations, I'm gonna be a little bit upset. The story is superbly crafted with lots of intricate complexity that kept me engaged all the way through. This movie's literally anything but boring. It is anything but boring. The runtime is perfect at less than 2 hours, which makes it a very easy sit. The cinematography is great and really captures the time period well. The supporting cast is pretty solid and do what they need to do. The characters are realistic and multi-layered. No character here is just a flat generic cliche. The music is great, the biker culture is very well represented on screen and does a great job showing its progression all the way throughout. The writing is sharp and adult without coming off as forced, and it's written by the same guy who also directed the movie, so great director and a great writer apparently, so good job to him. Where are we? Sorry, sometimes when I get a little bit off track, I lose where I'm at. The ending is hard-hitting and brutal, and rewatchability is pretty high, especially if you are part of or a fan of biker culture. That being said, however, it's not a completely smooth ride all the way through, as it does have one huge issue that causes it to start sputtering out in the second half. The pacing is wildly inconsistent. It starts out really good in the first half of the movie as a slow burn that takes its time. But for whatever reason, in the second half of the movie, it decided to go full throttle and started to rush everything left to tell in the story at literally breakneck speed, which is just a baffling decision that made no sense to me. First half of the movie, great pacing all the way throughout. It's a slow burn, it takes its time, but it's great, it's engaging, it kept me invested. But then for some reason, in the second half, it just immediately goes from 0 to 100. It makes no sense to me. It literally just makes no sense to me why I did that. Also, one little minor spoiler I'll give is that towards the final 30 minutes of the movie, there's a scene involving the deplorable and disgusting act known as the R word. I'm not gonna say the actual word because I don't want to get demonetized. That comes completely out of nowhere and doesn't really fit in the movie at all, besides being a gratuitous, needlessly exploitative, and really forced plot device for the final act of the movie. That's the one spoiler I'll give. There is a scene with the R word, and it's jarring, to say the very least, because it feels like it comes flat out of nowhere. In conclusion, though, I'm happy to say that this was all around a great movie that's definitely worth seeing in theaters. While it does hit some speed bumps and starts to sputter out towards the end, The Bikeriders is an effective, dramatic, engaging, and brutally realistic crime drama that's a truly unforgettable and unique experience. Final verdict for this movie for me is going to be a high 9 out of 10. Highly recommended. If you're a fan of bike culture, if you're a bike rider yourself, or if you're in one of these motorcycle clubs, you are going to find a lot to really enjoy about this movie. And like I said, 2 other performances in here, freaking Oscar-worthy. Amazing job by pretty much everyone involved. And if it weren't for the bad pacing in the second half, I would probably give this a 10. It's that good and that literally engaging. But unfortunately, the pacing in the second half is bad, and it almost derails the entire movie. But that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this almost every single day. Now I gotta talk about the other one. Oh boy. Join me next time for what might be one of the worst movies of the year. Peace.
We cannot take it anymore. The time has come. We're ready for